Hey, you guys are on time. I'm late because I decided to wash my hair last minute. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Show.
It says waiting for re-internet.
Okay. You can hear me. Okay, great. So, I'm a little late today. But that's because I decided to wash my hair last minute. I should have done this earlier today and already had it blown out. But I didn't know what I was going to do with you guys today. And really, I'm doing a demo and I'm going to show you a quick hack on how to do a really cool crown braid, especially if you are French braid challenged. But my hair needs to be somewhat straightforward. So, hey, I'm blow drying my hair out on a cool setting. And I figured you guys might want to see how I blow out my hair and talk through all the stuff that I use to get to this point. So we'll start with what I use to get to this point. Let me go grab this stuff out the shower. My husband is going to be narrating, so you're going to hear his voice in the background so he can tell me what you guys are saying so I can answer questions, hola, and all of that other stuff. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing a live and I'm doing my hair live for you guys. How long have you been natural? I have been natural, it's easier to say when I last had a relaxer. So I always have been a hair weave fiend. So like I always wear hair weaves, and I went natural just because I always had my hair braided up underneath hair weave. So I kind of went natural on a whim, and I think that was, thank you, that was through college. And then I got out of college and I started going to a stylist in Cincinnati, and I was still natural, but he would press my hair out and I would get color and just play with different things. And then I moved back to St. Louis and I got a relaxer. I'm not sure why. And I would say that was in my early 20s, and the relaxer was not applied. Hey, the relaxer was not applied properly. So I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but like my roots were straight, my hair in here was still natural, and my ends were straight. So what happens, ladies? I'm sure you guys can guess. My hair literally started falling out. Oh, let me rewind. I really need to document this journey because it's been a journey. Okay. I got my hair, oh God, I don't remember. I've been natural this time, we're gonna go ahead and say, for 8 years. And I've big chopped twice in that 8 years. Cause I gotta get a time. I gotta look at some pictures and get it together to give you guys a true answer on how long I've been natural and those breaks that I did in between there. But see, the tech for my stylist or his assistant did not apply my relaxer right, and it broke my hair off. So I ended up getting a big chop from that. And my hair was in a short pixie cut. I'm gonna do a video just for my journey, and I'm gonna have pictures and everything for you guys, I promise, because I think it's a good video. And I'm gonna talk through it so I can actually tell you guys all the stuff I went through. And this is before I ever was a stylist or anything like that. So I was basically just trusting my stylist, which my stylist wasn't bad. The tech just made a mistake, and mistakes happen, especially with chemicals. Thank you.
Question about what is then the best natural hair company for naturals?
What's what?
What's the best natural hair company for naturals?
Natural hair company, you mean products?
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on your journey. That's a hard one to answer. Of course, I am Cantu's global stylist. I'm going to say Cantu, but it doesn't work for everybody, and I'm aware of that. The company's aware of that. Every person's going to have to find out what's best for them. Like, for instance, I would say before you look at the company, look at ingredients that your hair likes. For instance, my hair doesn't do that great with a heavy coconut based product. So for me, I tend to stick to things that have, it can have some in there, but it's just the formula of where it's at in the formula. So if it's like the main thing in the label and the title and they're pushing coconut, my hair is not going to do well with that. And that can be from any brand. Hey, Brooklyn in the house. What's up, Petal Blake? So I'm still a weave queen. I now have transferred into wigs, but I've just never really worn my hair. Now, my husband and I, we went to high school together, This is a good question, Matt, because I have a box braid video, and this is a lot of controversy in the comments. If you guys did not see Matt's question, he asked, I'm assuming it's a he asked, what do I feel about white people in box braids? And I'm going to tell you from my own opinion, from somebody who was criticized for wearing weave, for somebody who's always been out of the box when it comes to my hair, do you. Okay? You cannot let people put you in a box. Now, if you're walking around saying, I got rope braids and they're box braids, and you're not giving credit when people ask, or you're not saying I was inspired by, and I'm not saying every time somebody says something about your hair, you have to say, this came from this tribe in Africa. I'm not saying that because I don't even do that. The point is to say, just give the style reverence. We all use other people's styles in our everyday fashion. So for someone to get mad because you're white and you're wearing box braids, it's typically they're not mad at you per se, unless you do something wrong while wearing them. Trying to reinvent box braids, or the whole premise of renaming what they are. And then media. I would really say our biggest issue is with media. Culture appropriation is mostly done by media, and people trying to make headlines and recreate what it is. Why can't Kim K just be wearing some cornrows? Like, it is what it is. It's funky on her just like it's funky on us. And yes, we got a hard time from wearing them, so it makes it so hard for a lot of black women who are like, I got picked on for having that style from white people, and now white people are wearing it and they're celebrated. So you just have to understand the weight that comes with that. It's weight that comes from weaves. It's weights for me wearing faux locks. Oh yeah. My video comments of just grow your own hair out. People are upset. So you're going to make somebody mad. That is what it is. And you just have to be strong enough to know that everybody's not going to agree with it. They don't agree with me wearing certain hairstyles, and I'm black. So I can only imagine if you're white wearing an ethnic hairstyle. But it is what it is. I believe you should be able to do whatever you want to. We live one life. And if you like it, roll with it. If you don't like it, don't wear it. It's not for you. I wish more people would just understand that. If you don't like something, then don't do it.
Another one for you.
Yeah.
Joe Hard says, I just did a big chop 6 months. Now my hair hasn't grown back. What tips do you have for me, or products do you think I can use?
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Now, the problem, it could be a lot of things. Can I ask you, email me? Because I have a line of questions that I want to ask, like where your health is at. You cut your hair 6 months ago. Did you cut it because you had chemical damage? Did you cut it because you had extreme damage just in general in your hair? Because sometimes that can take a while for it to get back healthy so you can see the growth. Some quick things though for anybody who's listening and you want to stimulate hair growth, you could do something like Cantu has, does your hair respond better to dry or cool settings using a low temperature heating setting? I'll get right to you, Reese. As far as stimulating your hair growth, you are going to want to, I just bought one too. I have a ceramic ring, and it has like a funnel in it. It's like a divot, and you can put essential oils in it. So you basically will drop, that's another thing. We'll get to that one. You drop your oil in it. I love to put lavender in it. In our nightstand tables by our bed, you know how everybody now has the coil. We keep one lamp in our room that's a normal bulb, and you can sit it on the bulb and it heats up naturally from the heat from the bulb, and it heats up that oil. Lavender stimulates growth of hair. Another thing you can do if you want to go and buy something, I love the Cantu, especially for the person who just says they have thinning edges, they're constantly thinning. You probably are giving yourself traction alopecia, so stop wearing the tight ponytails. But you can do a product from Cantu, which I absolutely love. It's a cream form. I put it in my hair probably at this stage because my hair is still very wet. You can see it starting to revert already because my hair is dripping down my back, so my roots are thickening back up. But you don't need perfectly straight hair for this style, and I will be pausing for a second to finish blowing out my hair, but I'm going to give you some tips on blowing out. So whoever asks some blowout questions, I'm going to answer that too, because you're going to see me do it in my hair, and it takes me, I blew this whole section out in 2 minutes. Like, it takes me 10 minutes maybe to blow out my whole head. So back to stimulating your hair growth. Another thing that I love, this is great. If you are pregnant, do not use this. Rosemary oil. The strengthening product. The strengthening product is called Edge. Hold on, let me grab it. Hi, Garrison. This is one that I really love. It's from Cantu and it's called Grow Strong. You see it's right here. I'm in my bathroom, by the way. When I do my hair, I prefer to be in the bathroom because I have a mirror here and I can see myself. So this is the Cantu Grow Strong. This is an excellent treatment. It is cream base. It's a cream base. It dissolves like that. But it's very wet. It's very... I'm sorry, I just saw that question. It's really good for just stimulating the hair growth in this area. Another thing that I learned in cosmetology school, if you guys did not know, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. The things I share are legit. I took, anatomy, chemistry. I took all of that to get my license. Another great tip, I'm looking for my bristle brush, is to take that Edge Strong, and this one is not actually a good one because it has the plastic ones on it. You can use something like this, but you want it to have a bristle on it. You put a little bit on that on your edges. You let it dissolve in, and then you can do 100 strokes both ways before bed. Now you can do this maybe once a week, but you'll start to stimulate those hair follicles to start to tell your body, hey, we're back alive, we're stimulated, bring us some hair. And what it does is it brings blood back into that area. So hopefully that helps. I know a lot of you are watching to see the hack, so I want to go ahead and make sure that I get that on here for you guys. So if you can ask your questions. My husband is documenting the questions. Mine literally mats together. What mats together, Matt? I hate when I have a snag. Do you guys find him more? Yes, we're looking at Mo's bows. So we will be ordering him some. What do you think can help severe crown breakage and sore scalps in that area? It sounds like to me you probably stress, and that's probably where your hair breaks the most. And I've had clients like judges and stuff who had area problems in that area. I would tell you to start to implement scalp massages, things like that to keep the blood circulating. I remember back when I used to get braces. It sounds like it's off target, but just listen. I used to get my braces and they would tighten them and they would hurt so bad. And what it was is because my gums swole up so much that the blood couldn't circulate through. So one orthodontist I had gave me these bite things. So you bite on them, and what it did was it released that swelling for your blood to come in. So it stopped it from hurting, and it allowed my body to heal itself. So what's going on is your scalp, your hair follicles could be swelling or irritated. So a nice sensitive scalp massage is something that would be really good.
Question before we
okay.
Someone has mixed kids
and
they have dry hair. This hair stays dry and frizzy. This is for Nisa. What can she do for that?
Nisa, what are you using on your child's hair? Oh, I just cut my hair, y'all. I just cut like, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty much back to where I cut it. I just cut 3 inches off the back. In the front, I cut to here, and it is now, Nisa, are you still there? I'd like to know what you use on your child's hair, and then I'll be able to give you some feedback. And if you're just using a bunch of oils, it's not moisturizing. I can tell you that right now. It's painful to brush them out. So I had originally cut my hair in the front to my chin, and it's already to, look at that. That's why cutting is the thing to do, y'all. Cut it and put it up. You're using a lot of oils. Stop. Oils are not moisturizers. What you're doing is you're putting a sealant over that baby's hair. So think of it as like a clear spray paint. And you're just spraying clear spray paint on her hair every time just to get that high gloss. You want to get that effect of it looking nice, and you want it to look shiny, which to us represents healthy. All Cantu products aren't made for everybody's hair. So we're going to walk through that too. So if you're using mostly oils on your hair, it is going to coat the hair. So when you go to wash their hair, if you're not using a shampoo or something that's going to break up that oil that's on the hair coat, and then you get done shampooing, conditioning, and you style, and you put a ton more oil on, you're basically putting a wax coating over that hair strand. Nothing can get in there. So that baby's hair is literally sealed off. No moisture can get in, nothing can get out, and it's gonna just basically evaporate and dehydrate and become brittle and break. So it doesn't matter how much you coat it or put on there, it's just not gonna work. How can I prevent? Oh, honey, I have a whole video on that. It's not labeled that. It's how I grew my hair in 4 months, and it has like a picture of my hair here and then here. And because I blow my hair out. And I do the LCO method. I don't do the LOC method. I do shampoo, condition. I do my, I rinse out my conditioner. I do my leave-in. I do my cream. And then I do my oil. Because my hair is so fine that if I do the oil before the cream never gets in. The oil has already closed it off. So I need to do my conditioner before the oil. Yes, liquid cream oil. Thank you, Yvette. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry my hair. You guys give me like, I wanted to have this done before I got on here, but I didn't want to be super late. So you're gonna actually get to, I'm not sure why the lighting got.
You look fine.
Oh, I'm like, I'm not sure why the lighting got wonky. Can I prevent split ends? Hey, I do oil first. And you can. Some people can do oil first and it doesn't affect their hair. I'm not one of those people. And knowing that, you know, trying these techniques you see and read about in blogs and you see on YouTube are not bad. It's just being able to identify, yes, I'm getting ready to blow dry my hair. Identify what really is best for you. And yes, you're right. You see this big old section of hair, right? It looks bigger than it is. I'm going to take my Denman brush. Now, I already sprayed leave-in conditioner on my hair, and I use a spray. It's called a mist, and it's from Cantu, and it's a leave-in conditioner. Hold on. Grab it.
How often do you blow dry your hair?
I used to blow dry my hair at least once a month. I have only put heat on my hair this year. I did a campaign for Cantu, and I blew dry and I flat ironed my hair, and I think I flat ironed it right after that. And then I did like 7 months no heat. And then I finally blew it out because I really wanted to cut a shape into my hair. And that's when I was telling you guys that I just literally cut my hair. And I did that maybe 2 months ago, and now I'm blowing it out again. So I have been doing really good with no heat, which is it's a different routine for me because I was the girl who was like, I have to blow my hair out or I get fairy knots. But what I'm finding is if I keep my hair twisted under my wigs, my hair doesn't knot up either. So, girl, and this heat protectant is bomb. I use this, and I also use, is it in the shower? Hi, baby. I'm sorry, guys. I also use this. This is a leave-in lotion. They also have a spray. I don't know what I did with that quick, y'all. I was scrambling to get ready for y'all. This is a lot. I'm doing a lot in this. I'm answering questions, and I'm going to give you a really quick hairstyle. So let me go ahead and get this up. So put too much oil on your hair because every time I oil and the next day it's dry and flaky. Oil is not a moisturizer. Oil is a sealant. You want your hair to be, for instance, when I go to refresh my son's hair, I'm not putting him in the shower every morning. I am basically taking my hands through the water and I'm adding water. Water is your #1 hydrator. And then I come in with his Cantu, my flat iron. I'm going to turn the comments off and my husband's going to tell me because I can't stay focused. So, what was I just talking about?
Oil, water.
Oh, oil and water. So water is your moisturizer, oil is your sealant. You know those two don't mix well together. So if you put the water on first, your oil is going to seal that, and then you are able to keep that in. Girl, water is the best thing you can do for your hair. Okay, guys, so you see my hair. You see a little bit of texture. You see I'm just taking this whole section, and I'm just holding it super taut. I'm brushing through from the ends. Brushing through. This is a large section of hair, but my hair is starting to dry out, so. Oh, of course. Not touching your hair is the best thing you can do for your hair if you want it to grow. By the way, this is a shameless plug. I own a wig company called Royal Prerogative. You guys are always asking what wigs I'm wearing. They're my own. I have a company. I'll be putting a link in. Oh, thank you. I'll be putting a link. I couldn't turn the comments off. Thank you. I'll be putting a link in the description bar underneath this video. Just like in the last video, it took me 2 hours to get all that information together for you guys. I will make sure I have as many questions answered in that. I can't see these live chat questions after the video goes off. So I don't know if my husband can like screenshot them or things like that because I can't see them. And I try to do my best to answer the ones that stick out in my head. So now you'll see I have my blow dryer. This is a FHI. This is a FHI heat. This is a professional blow dryer. I've had this. Our box braids are protective style. Yes, they are. I've had this blow dryer since I got my license. That's how long I've had it. And it's literally falling apart. But I love it because it's short and it's easy for me to handle on my own head. Now I use a different blow dryer when I do other people's hair. And this is from Nano. This is a ceramic. It's a Conair Professional. This one works just as well and can be bought Target, everywhere. So I use my blow dryer with the concentrator on the end because this allows me to keep my heat exactly where I want it. And because my hair is starting to dry, I'm going to go ahead and blow dry on heat. Yes, I do use a heat protectant. This one. It is the Thermal Shield Heat Protectant. You make wigs. I don't make wigs anymore. I used to make wigs, and my schedule has gotten very busy, and I just don't have the time. And of course, everybody doesn't have the money for an expensive wig. So your girl put her brain together, and she found a manufacturer, and she curated everything from the caps, the density, the curl, the color, everything. And I have 3 wigs right now on my site that are mass produced. They are not private stock. They are wigs that I have made and put everything into. It took me 1 year and 2 months to get this company up and going. I know I don't talk about it a lot, but I'm coming back. I'm gonna talk about it. Thanks. So with the concentrator, I'm just going down the shaft of my hair. I'll do a couple of passes from the root. Thanks, guys. And I'll just go through this. You can mute this. It's loud. The heat set on this is on high. So you guys see that? You see that it's not straight down here, right? So now I'll break it down into smaller sections, and I'll go ahead and knock the rest of these kinks out because I don't need it to be bone straight because this is a hack. This is not, you know, I'm gonna have y'all looking like a professional did y'all hair. Thanks, babe. My husband just put the website to the wigs. Thank you. I think I have nice hair because I don't really wear it or deal with it. I used to didn't like my hair, but I love it. Girl, if you ever see me out, you better come speak. I'm real chill. I'm a real person. I might be more excited to meet you. That's right, I don't fight. Now, I will fight you, though, if you get a little crazy. Aw, you should have spoke. I'm going to New York for an event at Sally's Beauty. I think it's an invite-only event, though, and it will be for, like, influencers. But that's my last event of the year, is that.
How often do you clip your ends?
Oh. 1 second, guys. Look at that. So we want our hair to still be full. Yes, it works for all hair types. All hair types. People who think they can never get their hair straight, I get it straight. And I normally get my hair straighter than this. If you ever watch my how to blow dry your natural hair video, my hair be bone straight. I'm not going for bone straight today. So, I think your tools help as well. You'll notice, like I said, I'm using a really good blow dryer. I'm also using a Denman brush. So it is made to grip the hair. It's also made to take the heat, okay, and not melt the brush. So I really love these type of brushes. Oh, 4C, I have 4. I'm a 4 here too.
I want you to talk about skin next Sunday.
Oh, y'all want me to talk about skin? Grapeseed is good, but if you want an oil that's closest to our sebum, you should do jojoba oil. It's the closest to what naturally comes out of our pores. It's the same molecule. It's as close as you can get to if you want a good oil. I'm also a fan of argan oil. It makes the hair ridiculously shiny. And now I'm just hitting my roots. I'm pulling my hair tight, and I'm letting the heat do its job. Y'all see how quick I got through that section? I'm not going for bone straight here, guys. I'm just going for manageability. All right, next big section. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to have this done so I can get straight into the tutorial. But keep asking questions, and I'll keep doing my best. What's a good hairstyle during the hot summers? I like to wear my hair in protective styles all year round, and I pull it out for events only. I'll do stuff on YouTube, like videos and stuff for you guys, but I really like to keep my hair up and out of the way because I have really fine hair. Let me see if I can pull out like if you guys can even see a strand of my hair. It's ridiculously fine. That's not a strand. That's like 20. That's like 3. Okay, there's 1. Can you see it? You probably can't. You can see it. That's how thin my hair is. The strands are. I just have a lot of them. But my hair is super fine. So what that does is it allows the curls to come back into each other. Of course. I'm sure I do have split ends.
You clip your hair dry when you do your ends, right?
I actually am going to clip my... Y'all want me to clip my hair on this show? On this one? Let me know. About me lifting weights. Girl, I do my hair. That's how these arms look like that. No, I do lift weights. But I don't have a weight.
Oh, they want a natural remedy for dandruff.
Un momento for the dandruff. This is what I shampooed my hair with today. It doesn't take long. Naya, if you want to come back, I am so sorry. I won't be offended. You can come back and I will be done soon. Blow drying my hair and then I'm going to get right into the style. But I'm also answering questions, so I'm sorry. This is the Cantu root rinse. I don't do the lock method. I can talk about it, but I prefer not to do that because it doesn't work for my hair. I do the LCO. Oh, of course. I do the LCO method, which is you're leaving your cream and then your oil. I do kettlebell workouts. I do weights. I just haven't done them in a while. But I think it's just because I've always had my hands above my heads that's just one of my most toned areas besides my abs. That stuff is genetics, y'all, because I have not been a good steward of any of my body. Same concept. I'm brushing, kind of picking my hair to break out those tangles. I did not break my hair down before I got in the shower, so you see I'm struggling right now. Most of the time it just goes through. Yes. Okay, so you want the LCO method. You want me to talk more about that? Oh, and also, did y'all want me to trim my hair and show y'all how I trim my hair? All right, answer and I'll see it. As far as me doing the LCO method. I do my shampoo, condition. I wring out all excess water in between all of those. Okay, trim it. Yes. Okay. And then I wring out all excess water. I get out and I put my leave in. Because my hair is super fine, I don't do a lot of heavy creams for leave-in. So here is a trick for me and my hair type. I like lightweight leave-ins, sprays, lotions, nothing heavy. I don't do anything that has repair on it because my hair doesn't need to be repaired. So a lot of people are like, oh, the Cantu didn't work for me. It might be just the one you use. They have like 5 other leave-in conditioners. They have one that's specifically for naturals. They have one that's lotion. They have mist. They have foam. They have all kinds of stuff. So being able to find the product that's best for your hair type is just the biggest, journey in all of this. That's why it's a natural hair journey, because you're going to go down some wrong paths, and you're going to do things that your hair isn't going to like.
How many times a week do you moisturize?
I try to moisturize my hair because I keep it in twist. I will retwist my hair, and I wear about 8 chunky twists in my hair underneath my wigs, if not cornrows, and I will undo those to make sure I get all that shed hair out. Naya, it don't normally take me that long, but I'm sitting here talking. I normally can have my hair blown out in like 15 minutes. I try to moisturize once a week, if not more. As far as the question I just saw about children with eczema, I will look at their diet. Even adults with eczema. That's the first thing I say. Our skin is the largest organ we have. And if your body and your skin is telling you something isn't right, there's a reason. So I would look at what's going on into your body, because your body is purging and is telling you, I'm not agreeing with that. I find we got an allergy test for our son, and his eczema started at 1. And what normally happens at 1, they tell you to introduce your child to whole milk. So me doing all the stuff they told me to do, I introduced yogurt. And then I introduced whole milk. But see, I made his formula. Oh, it takes you that long to blow out your hair? Girl, we ain't got that type of time. Luckily, this hairstyle don't take long either. Let me finish what I was saying, and then I'm going to take a break and get this hair done. So it comes to find out his eczema is triggered by dairy, but he's not allergic to it. So just because you're not, I'm telling you, it's our bodies telling us, but we want to ignore it. We want to just fix the issue. We want to fix the symptom, but we don't want to look at what the true issue is. And it's typically what we're intaking into our body. So I'm gonna blow this out and I'm gonna get done. Someone asked, do I think about using aloe vera to rehydrate your hair? I actually use it sometimes as a, before I do my leave-in, before I get out of the shower. I typically would just use water to mist my hair when I'm doing my blow dry. But in all honesty, it's because I'm doing it on camera right now. That's why my hair is drying out, because I normally have a shower cap on the part that I'm not blowing out. And then, no, I don't use black soap anymore. It's drying, which is great if you have acne, and it's a great way to heal that, but it's not something you should stay on forever as far as the African black soap. I'm assuming for your face. Yes, I actually drink aloe vera gel.
Tell them why.
Tell them why I drink aloe vera gel? I was going to do a whole video on that.
Do a teaser.
Okay, so if you guys saw my hair video where I talked about how I grew my hair out, I talked about my health in that. So I'm going to do a video that will not be live. Or maybe I will make it live. But I'm going to need y'all to hold y'all questions so I can get through the video. Or I might do the video. Here's what I'll do. I'll do the video on a Wednesday. And then I'll do it live on Sunday. That way you can watch the video, get your questions, and then you can come back. This is just water, FYI. My hair is drying out.
The apple cider vinegar rinse helps with dandruff, right?
Yes. Cantu has one already made. It's called a root rinse. Ooh, much better. Honey, my hair was drying out. Nothing like trying to straighten some hair that's already set. Water is going to break those salt ions, which allows you to manipulate and do stuff with your hair. You have to wet it prior to setting it. That is where a set comes in.
I'm going to say yes, you're going to do a skincare routine.
I'm not going to do a skincare routine, guys. No, I'm not. Because... No, it's not that it's too personal. I'm now doing a different skincare regimen, and I haven't done it long enough to share it with you guys yet. So realize, before I jump on YouTube talking about what I'm doing, I really test it out. And my doctor told me to try it for 3 months, and I'm going to do that. And she's not a doctor, my esthetician. I'm sorry, it's not a doctor. But I'm going to give it the fair chance to do what it needs to do. I'm probably going to come back and talk about my health and the stuff that I needed to do your hair. It normally does not take me this long.
You don't use Blue Magic. What do you feel about it?
Blue Magic?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Castor oil is great for stimulating hair growth, especially with that technique I was talking about earlier with the stimulation brush on your edges. Someone asked if the baby is suffering from eczema. Thank you. On the dryer. Someone asked if the baby is suffering from eczema, could it be what the mother is eating? Of course, you're feeding your child. It can be, but it can also be your laundry detergent. It can be the creams you're using on your child, what you're bathing them with. All of that stuff has to be evaluated. Even if it says organic and they're preaching that it's good for your child. You as the mother, just like you do with your hair, you're going to have to find out what's best for your child. Y'all, when I tell you I literally just cut my hair to here and it's already grown out, what is that, an inch? People be afraid to cut their hair, not I.
Natural for 3 years now, hair's been the same length. What do you think? Complex question.
It is. Typically when people have issues with growth, it's because their hair is breaking. Your hair should be still growing. Do you have any tips for newly licensed cosmetologists? Yes, take your time. Don't be afraid to promote yourself, and you are your biggest billboard. Do not leave the house and not be 100% together. So people will stop you. Go where women frequent, the mall, to nail shops, and be clean, have your hair done, look good, speak well, have business cards, and your clientele will grow. Make sure you're personable. Make sure you are taking the time to ask questions, because asking those questions allow you to do your job to the best ability you can. The reason I didn't take many more clients is because I was so hands-on with my clients. I was able to diagnose thyroid issues in my chair. I listened and I studied and I saw changes, and I'm like, you need to go to the doctor. Here's what I'm seeing. Thank you, Jenny, for subbing. So as a new stylist, you are their everything, and you have to be willing to understand that that's part of your job. okay? You're not just there to do no hair. You're there to do a lot more. You're there to be an ear. All of hair, it grows from a healthy person. And sometimes you have to be their counselor. Oh, thank you. I was so personable with my clients, baby showers, weddings. And I wasn't even doing hair. I would just be there. They would be in my stuff. We were all like a little family. But I'm an only child, so, you know, I didn't have nobody else to talk to. What'd someone say?
Since you don't blow dry your hair that often, can you do another cornrow tutorial on your hair when it's not blown out?
Oh, yeah, sure. The trick to that is just making sure that it's damp. And then working in smaller sections. Sometimes when I wear my wigs and I don't feel like blowing out my hair, I just cornroll it while it's damp. Because look, even with your hair damp and me just brushing through my curls, I'm resetting it right now. And there's no heat being used. I'm able to just kind of stretch it. That's kind of part of the banding technique. However it dries is how it's going to be. Now this isn't silky straight, but it's manageable. And it's less tangled. You're welcome. Ordered this one from Amazon, but I think Sally sells these now. They used to be hard to get, the black Demon, but now you can get them anywhere. So I'll put a link down below.
Do you use generic Demons, or you just only use Demons?
I use some other brands. I wouldn't call them generic.
I had a question about that. I thought you just used Demon.
This is a Demon. I have a Rusk. That's also a professional brush. And then I have one that's from Sally's that I think is generic. It's really what you can get your hands on.
Asking about Cantu oil, alcohol in the conditioner.
Okay. I'm going to come back to that because this is very important, because people are misunderstanding that about what that is and why it's in there. So many of our products have alcohol in them, but they are used on the chemical side to make sure that the product doesn't separate. It keeps it together. It allows the product to do what the label says it's going to do. The amount of alcohol that's in that leave-in, which is a repair leave-in, evaporates before it even gets into your hair. As soon as you pull it out the thing and you start to rub it together, it's gone. It's 1/24 of a teaspoon, something minute like that. So even if you put the whole jar on your head, it wouldn't even affect it because it's evaporated into the air. You guys know that rubbing alcohol, as soon as you pour a little bit out, it evaporates. So, amen.
How often do you deep condition? You don't do it often.
I'm not a huge deep conditioner. I will do it like, I'll deep condition after this.
Once a year, twice a year.
I probably deep condition once a quarter. For me. Now, people will be like, oh, I deep condition after every wash. They probably do more with their hair than I do. Y'all notice I don't do a lot with my hair. If I did, I would probably deep condition maybe minimum once a month. I love hot oil treatments. And I like to do them before I cleanse my hair so that my hair isn't weighed down. No problem. Another thing, when people are like, oh, I can't use Cantu, it dries my hair out. I'm always like, well, what products are you using? And they're like, oh, I use the repair cream and I'm like, that's why. The repair cream is not for everybody. It's great for people who use a bunch of heat or they have color treated hair or even a relaxer. There is a leave-in that's specific for natural hair from Cantu. It literally says, y'all gonna make me go in there and get my stuff. It literally says Cantu leave-in conditioner for natural hair. It doesn't have any of those products in it because it's not there to repair or build in or do anything. So check that one out. Another product from Cantu that doesn't really work for me is the coconut curl cream. It does nothing for my hair. So I use it when my hair is like this because it does add a little moisture, but when my hair is curly, it doesn't do anything to my hair.
Is a steam flat iron worth it?
I can't speak to that because I've never used one. Sorry. And it also probably depends on your hair type and what it is that you're doing with your hair.
What kind of flat iron do you use?
I use a ceramic flat iron. Hold on one second. Time for me to focus on these ends. When my hair is like this, how can I tell when it needs to be trimmed? I look at it. I'll take sections of it.
Who got these for me?
Those are mine.
I'll look at the ends of it. Can you guys see that? And right now,
What's the name of the drawer?
I don't have any split ends in this section. Now you got to realize I cut 5 inches off my hair in this section, so I'm not expecting to have a lot of split ends in the top part of my hair right now because I cut my hair into long layers. Now this back part, because I didn't cut a ton off, probably has split ends in it. And a split end, if I can find one, I'll show it to you guys. There's one. Ooh, and it's a bad one. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see it? You see that little white part? That's the hair fiber that actually separated. You see that? I don't know if y'all can see it. Where are my shears at?
What's the name of your dryer you use?
This dryer is a FHI dryer. All right, I had to come back and find that because that's driving me crazy. And I would literally cut just that one piece. When I used to get fairy knots, I would be so anal about growth. Now I don't really, I'm not that concerned about hair growth. I'm more concerned about shape and the health of my hair. So yeah, one last section. What's the number model of the dryer? This is such an old dryer. I'm not even sure if it's on market anymore. It is the EPS 2100. It is 120 volts, 60 Hz's, 1800 watts. And it's a FHI Heat Elite Professional Series. But I do know another blow dryer that I use just as frequent. And it is the Conair Professional Super Lightweight. When this one dies, I'll probably just be on this one 100%. It's the Nano Silver. I know you guys have seen these flat irons and curling wands and curling irons sold at Sally's. It might be at some Targets. This is amazing. Things that I look for in a blow dryer: a cooling button. Of course, your heat settings and your speeds. Those things are all important. Should fairy knots be a big concern? They should be, because what they do is when you get a knot, the hair that gets the knot doesn't come out. It pulls the healthy hair out. So it can be a concern if you're using a lot of tools to comb through your hair. It's a concern. If you're not using a lot of tools to comb through your hair, then you won't have an issue. If you just wear your hair natural, it shouldn't be as much of an issue. It will feel gross though at the ends. There's nothing worse than rubbing your hands through the ends of your hair and you're like, ooh, I need to trim those off. And they can start to gather up here if you don't trim them off down here quick enough. And I can feel them on this hair. I don't have any up here. I can feel them down here. All right, we've been on here how long?
An hour, almost an hour.
All right, you guys, let me finish this last section. and I'm going to get to why you're on here. I hope I answered all your questions. And we eventually going to get this done. Because I'm playing. I normally would have had my hair done by now. You need a cool button. I'm going to show y'all a trick when I get this done. You need a cool button because how often do I shampoo? I try to shampoo once to 2 weeks. I'm not the best with shampooing. Sometimes I go, once.
You said once every 2 weeks?
Once every 2 weeks, if not once a month. I'm horrible with shampooing because I don't wear my hair. Now, when I do wear my hair, I try to shampoo more frequent because my hair is in the elements. So, yeah, not the best to ask about shampooing. Do you find your crown easier to braid?
Alicia's question is, what is the best way to color without bleach?
Are you trying to do a brighter color, Alicia? Because if you're trying to do a brighter color, you're going to have to use bleach, especially if your hair is naturally dark. Now, you don't have to use bleach. There are some colors out there that are double formulated. Yeah, I didn't comb my hair before I washed it, so y'all seeing all my shedding. There are some colors out there that are like double. You'll see like double the color, and you're supposed to use double formula with them. I mean, double developer with them. Those will lift your hair. Now, this is where chemistry comes into play. You can lift your hair to a certain level, and then you can come back and cancel out the colors you don't want. So, for instance, if you can lift your hair to like a yellowish, yellow blonde, you can come back with a violet blonde, and it'll cancel it out and give you more of an ice blonde, and you didn't have to use bleach. So, there are ways to go around it. I would recommend that you go see a professional for those. Can you trim your hair in a curly stage? Of course you can, and I've done it. I've done it in twist. I'll do twist all over my head, and I'll cut my hair that way. The thing you want to do is to make sure that your hair is tightly twist. So I wouldn't do a twist super loose. So I wouldn't twist like this. I wouldn't twist and it just be loose, right? You want to make sure you twist and then you twist the twist. Okay, and you want to make sure that hair is in there as while you're twisting, you want to make sure all tangles are brushed out and you are twisting it so you can feel it at the very end. Somebody's piggybacking off my channel. Okay, we'll look into that.
Do you have crown breakage?
I don't have crown breakage. I'm just having a hard time blow drying my hair on this live. You get down to this part and you can see that you'll have to do small sections because the way the head curves is going to affect the shape you put in your hair if you cut your hair in a twist. So you might want to do maybe like 20 to 25 twists in your head, if not more, depending on how thick and how long your hair is, or not even how long, but how thick your hair is. You want to be able to see at those ends what needs to go and what needs to stay. Okay, my hair is not super straight, but I can feel it. Even if your hair is not straight, you can feel where the hair is unhealthy. This feels pretty darn good. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So I'm going to just come in and do a dusting on that. But that's how I twist if I'm not going to straighten my hair. And if I had a client who refused to, who was like, I don't want to blow dry my hair, that's how I would trim their hair. Because you have to cut. Y'all, I'm getting lost in this mop now. All right, I found where I was working and it got dried out. So I'm taking my time so I don't damage my hair. Someone asked me about crown breakage. I kind of sometimes wish my crown would thin out.
All right, so she says, how often do you give breaks to wear your real hair? I do 2-week breaks. Is this long enough? Thanks so much.
Okay, so I wear my real hair, especially in the summer when I'm doing a lot of events because that's why they want me there. and I wear my hair. So I'll wear my hair for a month straight in the summer. But as soon as I have like any type of break, I'll put in a protective style to help make sure that I'm not overstimulating it. And before I put it in that protective style, I'll deep condition, I'll trim my ends, and I'll let it just rest. Because doing your hair every week, doing your hair even at night, just putting it up into a pineapple or doing all the stuff we're doing to it causes the hair to tangle within itself. It causes the hair to break. Any tips for wearing out breakage along the edges? Yes, I gave some tips earlier on that. I like using the Cantu Grow Strong. This is really good. It's in a cream form. You put it right in the areas that you're having problems. And then I said take a bristle brush, and you can brush your hair for about 100 strokes, and you do that about once a week, and you're gonna get a lot of hair growth. What you're really doing is you're allowing the product to stimulate into the follicle, and you're also causing stimulation so that the blood knows to go to those areas, because that's how you get you're looking for what kind of Denman brush it is?
Yeah.
This is a Denman 9-row.
Thanks. She just joined.
Oh, no problem. So I'm still working, y'all. Still working. Look at that. Ooh, it's so pretty. You want me to re-show the Cantu leave-in that I use? This is one of them. This is the leave-in conditioning lotion. I bet y'all didn't even know they had this, did you? Look how soft it is. Ooh. It's so soft, you guys. Look at that. It's not creamy. Look, I put it on my hair right now. I love it. And it don't sit on the hair. It absorbs. Y'all see the difference?
Do you like buns as a protective style?
I don't. And here's why. Typically when we wear a bun, we wear it in the same position over and over and over. So a protective style, if it's done and it's like a braid, or you braid your hair and you put clip-ins on it and you know you're not going to touch it for a week, great. That's great. Every once in a while. Do you do that every week? No, because what it does is that elastic is going to break your hair around that band. And so you're going to have shorter hair here and here. You see what I'm saying? So all the hair on the inside of your head is all long, and then your hair on this part is all short because it's broken off. Your hair honestly should be the same length on both parts. So I don't like to do anything like that.
Ways for relieving tenderness in the scalp?
Scalp massages. I've never seen all these. Girl, go to your local beauty supply. They have everything. I bet y'all didn't know they got body products too. They got everything. And if you think they products smell good, they smell good.
So massage your own scalp?
Yes. Don't put Vicks on your hair. The reason why you're hearing people put Vicks on their hair is because it's got that mentholated feel to it. And there is some benefits to that, but you can use rosemary oil, peppermint oil. You can use it in a carrier oil like jojoba oil. There's other stuff in Vicks that I wouldn't even give to my child. So just make sure that you know when you hear these things, the reason why people are doing it. It's nothing wrong. I guess I've never done it and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend that you do it. Don't use Vicks, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. It's not made for the scalp. But if you want to stimulate and stop tenderness in your scalp, you can do stuff like a jojoba oil mixed with a little bit of essential oils like lavender, rosemary, just the type of oils that are gonna promote hair growth.
Stop pulling that hair so tight too.
Yeah, don't pull your hair tight either, guys. Y'all hear my husband? He got words. What is some protective style for flat ironed hair? Girl, sky's the limit. Yes, rosemary is the bomb. People sleep on rosemary oil. It's actually one of the best oils to promote hair growth. The only thing I have to say as a disclaimer, a lot of people do not know this, do not use rosemary oil if you are pregnant. What it does is it increases blood flow. And if you're pregnant, it can cause you to go into early labor. So don't use it while you're pregnant, but it's amazing, okay? And we're at the last section. I'm about to be done. I love me some cornrows, honey. I almost did a cornrow style with y'all today, but I was like, I should have had my hair blowed up.
Do you use a scalp massage or a vibrating brush for scalp massages?
You can, but if you're having issues with tenderness, I wouldn't, because you can't really gauge the overstimulation. I would just go in with more, and always use the tips of your fingers, not your fingernails, the tips of your fingers, and just massage into it. This is if you don't want to do your own mixture, this is good. You can even drop a couple of drops of your essential oils into that. Like, it's not going to mess anything up. Another thing, castor oils. Castor oils are excellent. Now, one thing about that is they are heavy. So when someone asks me about moisturizing, how frequent do I moisturize my hair? I will come in, like if I've worn my cornrows under my wigs for maybe a week or two, I will come in and massage my scalp with a little castor oil just to kind of get some moisture back into that scalp. Y'all, feel good to feel my scalp. Have you ever done that? Thinking you're going to feel a whole bunch of thickness and it's all scalp? You're like, oh, okay. All right, coconut oil shine and hold mist as something to help re-dry my hair. Is that good for natural hair? I think it can be good. It can help in place of water, because water can actually change the way that you've set your hair. I think that can be a good thing to use. Typically women with a 3 or a 2 can use it directly on there and scrunch, and it'll rehydrate their curls and put them back into play. But if you're more in the 4 family like myself, I really prefer to use, I like to rehydrate my hair with the twisting, did you say this? I like to use this, the comeback curl next day. It shoots out in a stream. Like, yeah, so I just do it in my hands like that. And then I do this, and then I'm able to put it like into those dry spots. Does that help? And yes, I'm just putting this on my hair because I need a question. I got tips, but I need a question. Comeback curl, yeah, from Cantu. I need questions. You can't ask for tips. I don't know what the issues are. I can't believe y'all still hanging out with me. I apologize for not being as planned out and organized like I was last week. My family is coming into town, y'all. My mama and my daddy just got here. My son in there laying on the floor with my husband while he reading the questions. This is a family affair. Trying to make it work as best I can. Doing hair live and answering questions is a lot. Thank you. All right, this is my last section. And then I'm going to show y'all something that's going to save y'all lives on why you need this cool button on your blow dryer. I saw that question. Okay. So, are you wearing your hair natural? And the ends of your hair seem thicker? I'm having a hard time finding my hair, y'all. The person who just asked about the ends of their hair seems thicker. D27. Do you see how the ends of my hair look thicker right there? You see that? The rest of this is just bunched up. Well, the ends of my hair look thicker because they're curly. So the rest is straight, or straighter, and the ends are still curly. So I'm not sure. Yes, I haven't used heat in 2 years. Okay, so the ends of your hair, so if you haven't used heat in 2 years, are you using hair tools? Because you could be like doing a great job detangling here, and then when you get to the ends, say if you do 2-strand twist, you don't twist the ends to silk those out so that they start to match the rest of the hair that's twisted. I've seen people twist their hair and they just get to the end and they leave it like this. They get to the end and they just keep doing it to the end like this. And then they just be like, oh, I'm done. So that's the end of their hair, right? But then this little part right here doesn't get twisted. That's where you would normally come in with your last bit of product and smooth out those ends. See how much that just stretched it and changed it? You want to make sure that you're doing that at the ends of your hair. If that's not what you're talking about, I really can't answer over the video because I can't really envision what you're saying.
Is it damaging to place the blow dryer directly on the hair?
No, because I have this concentrator and it gives me space between this. And I have my heat protectant on. So my hair is going to go right back. Now, yeah, the whole time I've been on YouTube, I only blow dry. I blow dry my hair all the time. And I've never lost my curl or my elasticity or anything like that. Heat and being a natural doesn't mean it has to be a death sentence. I think it's just how people do it. And I think that some people get so caught up in trying to paint this illusion of perfect straightness that it causes more damage in the long run. You might get up out that chair and look good, but then your hair won't come back. So you have to evaluate what it is you really want. Like, I'm natural. I know that when I straighten my hair and I blow dry my hair and flat iron my hair, I'm okay if it gets fuzzy because I'm natural. So that is sometimes causes sores on my scalp. Oh, you need to go see somebody, baby. You could just have psoriasis of the scalp, which means they might want to put you on like a medicated shampoo or anything like that. Is there a way to keep my bonnet stuck from soaking up all my moisture? Is your bonnet cotton? How do I let my hair grow longer? I leave it alone. Is your bonnet cotton? Who just asked me about their bonnet? Two-strand knots. Do you mean fairy knots? Yeah, guess what? I'm done. In your personal opinion, how do you feel about women who relax their edges yet keep the rest natural? Here's the thing. Your edges are only but so long. And the point of a relaxer is to always put it on new growth. So if you're constantly putting relaxer on your edges, you're just frying that hair because it's not necessarily growing. Because if it was, it'd be the hair that's back here that has length to it. So you're constantly, that means those women are probably doing this maybe once a month because they're washing their face and it seems like that it's not taking. So then eventually the relaxer stops taking and it's just a ongoing cycle and you'll start to see more thinning and breakage and eventually your edges are back here. I don't
see here, what's the best flat iron to use?
Flat irons. Let me pull some out. I love anything with ceramic. Ceramic is going to give you the most even, the even amount of heat. So this is a ceramic. This is from Conair. You guys, you can find these anywhere. I love getting flat irons from Sally's if I don't get them from a hair show because I am a licensed cosmetologist. But Conair has a good one, and it's a ceramic tool. This is a nano silver. I've used I have an FHI one in here. It's not my favorite. It's also ceramic. So, and this has the nylon and all the other technologies in it. I personally don't feel like it gets my hair as straight as I would want it. And I don't go for super bone straight, but I do like having, you know, it a lot straighter. For some reason, I just don't feel like this gets it all the way there. I used the iron from when I was in the salon. And it had diamonds in the ceramic plate. I don't know if that really did anything, but it was cute. And it didn't have like chunks of, it was a diamond technology. It didn't have diamonds in it because that would totally rip your hair out. But I still use that iron on my own personal hair. So I just don't have it in here. I have it in my...
You keep your bonnet on at night, right?
Yes. So here's the trick for your bonnet because it won't stay on. I have large scarves, okay? I fold this into this, okay? My main concern when I'm sleeping is keeping that moisture and that security on my edges. If I don't tie nothing else at night, I'm tying my edges down. I typically go here. I go around. I typically tie it in the back. One loop. Pull it tight. Not too tight because you can give yourself a headache. And then I tie it here and here.
Where you get the scarf from?
This is from Italy. And the only reason I had to buy it is because my luggage was stolen off a carousel at the airport in Vegas, and they stole my scarf that I had from junior high that my mom gave me, and it was satin. This I think is satin. I don't know if it's silk. And then I take my bonnet and I put everything else in there. And guess why I do this? And even though this bonnet has satin on the elastic, I like to do this because I don't want this going all night when I'm sleeping. Annoying. I don't want it. So if it gets to there, you see what I'm saying? My hair is still covered. It's not going to come off. See? Okay, so bonnets. This is a pet peeve of mine. Bonnets have elastic in them. Some have ties, but if it's not covered, it's breaking your hair off. Even if it's covered, it can be... I keep a scarf on my edges. I do not play about my edges. You know, people be coming for people with no edges. I can't be on YouTube with no edges now. Just to clarify your suggestion, rosemary oil and the Cantu products are suggested early for growth on your edges and just growth stimulation in general. You can do the rosemary oil dropped into the jojoba oil. Is there a value in wrapping the hair? Yes, because our hair naturally loses oil quicker than any other hair texture. And once you lay down on that pillow, under your sheets, making love, whatever it is you're doing in your bed, sleeping wild, it's friction. And you want to make sure that you're keeping a smooth friction in a product that's not going to strip the oils away from your hair. And satins and silks have been known to do that. And that's why naturals are like, I live by satin and silk. And I have to say, I do. If I don't do anything else, I tie my edges down. I've done that my whole life. And because I've done that, and it could be genetic, I'm not going to just put it all on that. Just me tying my hair down that much. All of this will just stay. I don't do satin sheets now. They sweaty. When there were babies, or just don't worry about it.
I was telling her she didn't need to do that.
Oh, you can do a satin pillowcase. Why do you use the comb attachment? Why not? You can. I just have a different technique. I like using a tension blowout, so I don't do a comb. Now, my hair is still kinky. I'm about to mist my whole head real quick just to get a little moisture going back in it, and I'm about to give myself a final blowout because this hair is not up to the Maria Antoinette standards of a blowout. But it's cool. It's a stretch. It's a stretch out. My blowouts are normally silky. If you've ever seen, who's on here seen my fairy knots? We can talk about those. Who's on here seen my how to blow out your natural hair video? My blowouts normally look like a flat iron. So this is a stretch. You can go get combs. You don't have to buy a whole nother blow dryer either. How do you style with short natural hair? Carmela, don't my hair be straight? This is not a good blowout right now. See, it was super straight. This is something that we just doing because I'm on live and I've been talking and my hair got dry in between blowing out. So that could be a problem if you're having an issue with your blowouts and they are not getting super straight. It could be because you're waiting too long, or it's just taking you longer to get through your sections. Try blowing out in smaller sections. Also try that tension blowout method that I just showed you. I've seen you blow out and I use it. It's the truth, ain't it? It work on all hair textures. I've had women who's like, I can't get my hair straight. I'd be like, oh, okay. And they just keep telling me, I just can't. You're going to have to get the pressing comb out. I said, oh, okay. Get the blow dryer out. I've never had a straight blowout. I'm shook. Girl, this ain't even straight. This is just okay. I'm going to do a call out for some models. I can hear that too. My hair is too thick. It's always a method to the madness. That's why we got paid the big bucks. So what you're getting to see me do now is, because my hair was wet at the top of my head when I started, my roots, all of this has reverted back. I'm going to go ahead and dust it off real quick. Just a quick mist. My hair is, just so I'm not, do you know any products to help get rid of dandruff? You can try the apple cider vinegar root rinse. Y'all, my husband's writing this stuff down for y'all. This is the Can2 apple cider root rinse. It is based in apple cider vinegar and tea tree oil. Another thing that's really good that I love for dandruff is, where is he? Here he is. Ooh, this is one of my favorites. You put this in a cup with hot water and it softens, and it comes with a nozzle. Once you do this to break away all of that buildup scalp, this is going to exfoliate, bring the scalp back to its pH balance. It's amazing. I come back in, and every once in a while, I'll hit my roots with this tea tree oil and jojoba oil. This is a hair and scalp. I use this in my baby hair. Not these, my son. It's one of my favorites, especially with me wearing my hair braided. My concentrator fell off. All right, y'all can hear my hair is a little dry. All right, it's not dry no more, or it's not tangled, I should say. And that's all I'm really trying to do. It's just,
you only use Can2 products?
I don't only use Can2 products. I use Eco Styler Gel. I use Design Essentials HCO sometimes. I use Professional. If I'm not using Can2, I'll use Professional products. But not for styling my natural hair, I only use Can2 because it's what I use. Now, here recently, I was going to do this today, but y'all wouldn't have seen the end results. So I have been styling my curly looks with just one product, which has been the Twist and Lock, the Moisture Twist and Lock Gel. One product. I don't. Even when I, like, the whole Shea Moisture and, like, going natural became, like, a thing maybe 5-6 years ago, and Shea Moisture was it, I did used to have and this is not a knock to their products, I just found what works for me. So for Can2, and I'm not a product junkie. If you've been with me since I started YouTube, the same products I just mentioned are the same products I used back then. The same products I'm using now, I've used for years. Like, I'm not a product junkie. If it works, I'm good with it. I don't need my hair. I'm not trying to make my hair look like something it's not. I think a lot of people see these girls use these products and they think it's going to make their curls look like that. And you just have to grasp that that ain't your hair. And whatever's working for your hair to look nice for what it is what it is. So as a stylist, I'm not a product junkie. I don't get PR boxes for products because I don't use them. I'm really loyal to what works for my hair. I do switch things up because I do. I know it's a lot of us out there because we see these results and we're like, yes, that's what I'm yearning for. It could be something as simple as the way you're shampooing your hair that can get you the same results with what you already have. So if you're going to be a product junkie, do yourself a big one. Use the product until it's done. If it's not, if it's bought from a Walgreens or something like that, return it. Start a small natural hair community in your area and do product exchanges. Then that way you guys aren't wasting all this money on products. So somebody asked me something and I got distracted. This is the worst blow dry I've ever done on my own hair. It's straight and all, but it ain't what I'm used to. Okay, this is a knot. This is a piece of hair and it's caught in a knot right there. Can y'all see it? You can see it's literally tied. Like somebody just sat there and tied my hair together. So instead of just pulling that, because what it does is it pulls your hair out from the root, I'm gonna cut that off. Yes, they are the devil. And they can cause way more damage if you don't get rid of them. Okay? Let me finish this. I feel like this is not, I'm gonna have to change the title because I don't know if I'm gonna get to the hairstyle because my hair is not great. right now. I'm not happy with this blowout. Would y'all be mad? I can give you the hacks though. We can do the style. Do y'all want to see the style? We can do the style. Okay, for this style, you're gonna want stretched out, blown out hair. Okay? Oh, Ziggy, don't apologize. I'm here just chit-chatting. Crown braid, but it's a hack. It's a cheat to the crown braid. You're going to need some elastic bands. Okay? You can even use these if you don't like the small elastic ones. You can use the small wrapped ones. You're going to want your hair to be as manageable as possible. You don't want it to be super straight. Oh, my hair's still wet there. I'm going to finish blowing this out so it doesn't look too poofy. Yeah, I'm not sure how that blow dryer is still even living. I drop it like that all the time. Ignore me? Hi. I'm not going to ignore you. You said hi. Okay. It's a little better. Oh, I got it down.
Do you recommend a round brush for blowing natural hair?
Yeah, I mean, I have one. I was going to do a video on how to round brush your own hair. Oh, it's in my hair closet. Hair supply closet. This is my hair. But it's not necessary. Okay. Hi, I am Cousin It. Okay, so I would say start at the top of your head with your hair, and you want to kind of comb it like Cousin It. Yeah, that's good. And you want to just kind of comb it down. I am going to add some oil to my hair because it's just not. I did not do a good blowout this time. Where are my oils? I'm going to use this as amla. I don't normally use this one. I normally use the one with argan oil, but it's probably in my hair closet. But I'm just going to use it now to help me kind of get some control with my hair. Ooh, it smells good. All right. So we have our hair section in the middle. We're going to take one section. We're going to comb forward. You'll notice I don't rip through my hair. I actually take my time, making sure all tangles are going, all the hair is going in the same direction. I don't just rip through it. I'm going to take an elastic. And I'm going to gather that up. Not tight, because I don't want to have these separation lines. So I'm only going to put it around twice. I don't want to have those separation lines. Okay? So we have our first, and you'll see it's not right on my hairline. It's just a ponytail. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Coming from my section, kind of just, and I'm doing, I did the first one to give you some gauge, middle of eyebrows. The second one, I'm going to do middle of ear and middle of eyebrow. I'm using the Moroccan oil. Oh my goodness, I used to love that brand when I was in the salon.
I want us to start vlogging again.
They want us to start vlogging again?
Yeah, I told them we might get back to it once a week.
I don't know, y'all. It's hard for me to edit that stuff. I'm being honest with y'all.
We have to do it in a way it was just raw, like very minimally edited.
Yeah. Would y'all like to see us hanging out for Thanksgiving? Like, I don't know what else to give y'all. It's just too much. Somebody said yes. Okay. My whole family will be here too. It's gonna be a grand old time. We might be able to set up a live and just let y'all see. And y'all can chime in however y'all want to.
Watch me work out.
My husband said, okay, so you see these ponytails? I think I'm gonna make this one too. Just so I can make sure I don't have too many gaps in between this. This is the stuff y'all don't see on videos. Sometimes we have to start over. But I try to always be encouraging when I do videos. Like, you might have to start over, y'all. How long were you in a salon? I was in a salon for 2 years full-time, and then I went to a year part-time after that. Okay, so we have that front part in ponytails. I think y'all get ready to understand what it is I'm doing for this hack. To do that, once I realized I changed my tune. What were they saying?
Somebody was asking if I help out with your hair, and I was like, every once in a while I trim, but the real helping out is just being around. Like, you like to have me around. So Jacqueline said, that's so sweet. My God, not only doesn't help, but he vacates the premises.
Yeah, he'll lay in here with me, and he'll like listen to podcasts, and then it'll strike up conversation.
Hold my beer and I need to talk.
Huh?
She said, hold my beer and I need to talk.
So yes, he's very supportive, and he'll be in here with me. What do you guys think about him doing a Style My Wife's Natural Hair video?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be good? Okay, so I'm still doing these little lawn. Okay. I think it'll be good, babe.
come on, get this.
I think, right. Did y'all see his voiceover when he did on my makeup? I thought he did great. I can only imagine what he would do with actually styling my hair. And I've seen him style his daughter's hair. So I might let him style me up. Now, she got a relaxer, though. I don't know if he'll know what to do with his natural hair. I don't even know if I want to risk it, but I'll do it for y'all. Hit you with the Bantu knot, Rod said 2-strand twist. He's talking all that smack on the keyboard.
Keyboard warrior.
He does sound like a radio man. He has a good voice. He always talks about getting into voiceover.
TV face, though.
Oh, you have a great face, baby. You're handsome. All right, so to show you guys what I'm doing, I have these ponytails, and I'm only looping my hair twice. 1, 2. And I'm trying to put them all around the same. Make sure there's no strands in between. This is my last section. This is for my people that don't know how to French braid.
He should start a podcast. I've heard a couple before.
I think he should start a podcast too. He listens to them all the time. He has so much knowledge, y'all. Like on business stuff.
Still ignorant.
Huh?
He's so knowledgeable, but still dumb.
Common sense ain't, it don't come. It's not just something everybody get. It ain't so common as
All
they
right,
say.
ignore me. It says, please answer. It's a complex question. How do you do styles with natural hair? That's like you can't.
Yes, I know. A lot of people don't know how to braid. So right now I'm just kind of making sure that the rubber bands are the same width for my head. You guys see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? All right, so we're going to start. You pick your side that you're strongest on braiding. And you're going to pull the hair. Okay, I need to.
You have any tips for short, natural hair styles?
Yeah, embrace the shape. Okay, you got short hair and you want it to grow, but it's not growing fast enough. Go get a shape cut in that stuff and be fly. Nothing wrong with short naturals. Shoot, they get it nice and easy. You can do some little cute curls. You can do all kinds of stuff with shorter hair. I kind of miss my short hair, hence me cutting it to get more of a shape. But yeah. Okay, so you see my 3 strands. Can y'all see this? Am I too close? Is that better? Is that better? Okay.
What's your hair type for?
I'm for A, B, and I'm just gonna keep braiding. Okay, can you guys see that? And I'm gonna go to my next ponytail, and I'm gonna separate that one into 3s.
You have any moisture retention and hair growth tips for babies and toddlers?
Ooh, that's a whole nother video. And I'm just separating those 3, and you notice because my hair isn't super straight, it's not just slipping out of my hands. It's allowing me to just pick it up. What y'all know about that? What? What? All right, so now we get to the next ponytail. And for y'all hanging out with me this long, I'm super honored.
Are gels damaging to the hair?
Gels can be damaging if used without oils or moisturizer. Like using them over and over and not washing your hair properly or anything like that. It can be. So, isn't that pretty, guys? Oh, thank you. Okay, so you see, I'm adding a little bit from that ponytail, adding the middle section, and then I'm separating the third. And I'm following the same pattern that I did with this. And I'm doing about 2 braids. Great hack, right? Who don't know how to plait? Then you just kind of pull pieces as you go. And if it feels like it's too loose, it's okay. Y'all hung out for the right reason, or if you're new, you came in on the right time. I should already have my hair blow dried. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Yes, this is great. You don't know how to cornroll, and this hairstyle isn't that easy to do with a flat twist. So I'm at the next ponytail. I'm separating, and then I'm going back into my same braid. Okay. Oh, thanks, guys. Now it's starting to get a little tight, so I want to make sure that I don't let the braid start to control me. I want to keep it full. The whole purpose is to keep it full. And if you get those flyaways, that's okay. That gives you that avant-garde. That avant-garde. I got my hair done for this photo shoot look. You just did that stuff in your bathroom. All right. So there. And you guys are seeing this in real time. I'm not braiding super fast. And going to the next ponytail. All right. Separate. We got a crown braid, y'all. You just keep putting those ends from the previous braid into play. Make sure you get all tangled out. Now this part gets a little tricky. We're at our last braid. So you just keep plaiting. No, you don't want to go that way. Okay. Keep focused. There we go. I think that's right. And I might be losing it because I'm not facing the mirror. Oh, I've got it back. Okay, so don't turn around. Keep facing the mirror because it helps you keep your hands in order. Separate the last piece. And you guys see my blow dry is not super straight. And then you just keep adding the hair from the ponytails into your braid. And you get to this side, and we're all the way done. And you braid it. And it can be tight because this part gets tucked, right? You just braiding. But we don't want it too tight. We're going to make it loose. I like to call it pancake or butterfly it out.
How long will this style last?
It can last. I'm doing mine really loose. So I'm assuming it can last maybe like 2 or 3 days. Okay? But if you want it to last longer, you can do it a little bit tighter. And because you have these ponytails, you can just weave.
They think your hair is thick. That's funny. She says this style is beautiful, but what do you suggest for someone whose hair may not be as thick as yours?
You don't blow dry your hair. Just let your hair you don't know how to plait? Do you guys know how to plait? Okay, so if your hair is not super thick, which my hair is not super thick, which is why I focused on not getting a super bone straight blowout.
Add some braiding here?
You can add braiding here. You can actually wrap. You can take.
Margaret be on it, man.
Hey, Margaret, thank you so much. Those ponytails I made, here, you know how braiding hair comes in with the elastic here, and then it comes with elastics on both sides, and then the elastics together. You can separate out pieces of hair, and you can add it on. So this hairstyle can be done with thinner hair and shorter hair, because you can attach the braiding hair to each ponytail. Then you just go in and you start to just pull it apart and make it just its own hairstyle, okay? Now, if it starts to get too big for you, I did mine a little loose. Good old-fashioned bobby pins.
That's a good one, Reese.
What they say?
It's a topic for a couple's conversation.
What she say?
How to handle disagreements in marriage. Any topics would be great to hear you guys' voice or opinions.
We did disagreements, didn't we? On the Emma and the Hubs TV? I feel like we did disagreements. It might have been finances.
No, we didn't do disagreements.
We had it to talk about, and Winston never came back to do it because, you know, life. So here's the hack, guys. Who ready for, y'all see that highlight? Who is ready for the holidays? You can cook in this hairstyle, honey, and still be cute. Okay? Oh, it was finance? Okay. And you can just put your little pins in. Got your little braid going. You can put string through it. You can put some of those jewels on it. You can have a good time with this. You can even pull some little trindles down. Oh, thank you guys. So this is a hack. Thank you for hanging out with me. How many of y'all know that I have an HGTV show? That's why I haven't been on YouTube that much. Did y'all know that? Oh, thank you. I love black love too. I love love in general. Did y'all know I had an HGTV show though?
Tell them what it's called, man.
The show is called Clash of the Crafters, and I am the host. It is a competition show, and it is where an expert and a novice, they compete against each other in crafts. Ah, thank you.
Have you tried Fenty?
I have not. It's sold out everywhere. And I think the color I need is like 410 or something like that. It's sold out everywhere. What I have on right now is MAC Prolong Concealer. That's it. Oh, and I have Milk down here because the Prolong Concealer, as you can see, is dark. But my skin is yellow. So I mix Milk, which is not a foundation, is more of a blur. My skin down here is real smooth and real smooth up here. So I'll put it in those areas just to kind of give that finished look. And then I'll come back with just a little bit of highlight from Black Up. And that's all I have on, and I have my brows done. Because I literally just got out the shower from washing my hair. I have the front of my hair like this, and I was trying to make it with more volume. Girl, you just helped the sister out. Love the videos, girl. Thank you guys so much. Even on the sold out ones. Thank you. You watch my show. Thank you. It's on Facebook. I will put a link underneath the description bar. My show, Clash of the Crafters, is on Facebook. I have so much more going on with HGTV. I have a contract with them. I am a lifestyle expert for them. So that's one thing I do with them. And then I'm also on Handmade, and that's here on YouTube. And I do crafts. So if you guys miss my DIY side, I do a lot of great like home decor, just life hacks, things like that. So my brand is expanding, guys. I'm not just hair. I love hair, but I love anything I can do with my hands. So I'm doing a lot more, and I'm using a lot more of my brain. If you're new, I also have a company that I started, and it launched early summer, late spring, and it's called Royal Prerogative. If you've been following me for a while, you know I used to do wigs and things like that, but everybody couldn't afford hundreds of dollars on hair and hundreds of dollars for me to make the wig, color it, and all those things. So your girl got busy, and I put together a company where I curate all the wigs, but they are made mass production in China. And my manufacturer makes them, and I have packaging and trademarks, and your girl, she be busy. I'm still a wife, and I got a 4-year-old too. So it's a lot that I'm doing. I know. Oh, somebody mentioned the baby moccasins. So I have a surprise for you guys. I am working on I had a business where I made baby moccasins when Garrison was a baby. Because some companies was trying to sell them at $60 a pop, and ain't nobody got time for that. Now, I know there's a lot of other companies that sell them less expensive, but this was a great job for me if I wasn't already on YouTube or doing blogging or things like that. This could have been a great way for my family to make. It was a great way for my family to make extra money, but I can imagine if this was all a mom had to do on top of being a mom, this was a great job for being at home. I am going to bring my patterns in a video on how to make them to you guys. I'm working on that. It's a great way to make gifts, Can you put the link for the wigs? Yes, I will put the wigs for the description in the description bar. My wig company is called royalprerogative.com. Hence, off the Maria Antoinette. And I'm a firm believer in do you. Do whatever is best for you. It's your prerogative. If you watch me on my IG stories, one moment of the day I have a straight bob, which those are coming next spring, or I have my big curly fro in the same day. Question me. Mess around and take my wig off and have my perm rods under there, undo them and have my afro. So it's really about what makes you feel good. And that's all I want. I just want you guys to feel good and to be happy with yourselves and to be happy with where you are in life, because it's ever changing. And thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Any more questions? This has been a really long live. Thank you to my husband and my son. Let me unscrew this so y'all can see. My bathroom's a mess. If y'all judge me and write something in the comments, I'm blocking you. No, I'm joking. Oh, y'all like my background? Look at my family.
Garrison.
Look at my dog.
Tell everybody hi.
Now that's love, right? They right there with me. It takes a village, you guys, to do these and do them well. And I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for all that he does to support me. And I think I'm gonna sign out. I'll have everything in the description bars. The description bar. Of course, when you do this on yourself, it'll probably look way better than this. I am using my phone as my mirror. Yes, in front of a ring light. So it's not very clear. I can't really see every detail. If I were just in front of the mirror, it would probably be a little bit different. But this is the texture I love. It almost looks like braiding hair texture. This is the texture that I love because it gives me a false fullness. And it just, it applauds my blackness. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Oh, I've only been on here for an hour.
Oh, yeah, dog.
It says oh, are those minutes?
Yeah. You've been on here out here under 2 hours. Is this 10 o'clock and you started like 8:30, 8:15?
Okay, edges. Yes, it does look like Kanekalon. That's how you say it. Products for your edges. The Grow Strong is amazing. I also like this, which is the tea tree and jojoba oil. Another great product for your edges is castor oil. Another great mixture you can use for all over your head, and castor oil can be used all over your head, is jojoba oil, which is closest to our sebum, so it allows us to absorb it. It doesn't cause any type of blockage of the hair follicle. It's just a great oil, jojoba oil, mixed with a couple of drops of lavender and rosemary oil. Another thing that I suggested, if you don't want to put the oils on your head, is to get a ring. It goes on top of a light bulb, and you can put the lavender into the ring. I haven't tried it with rosemary. I'm sure you probably can because it becomes aroma. It's aromatherapy. And you could probably do it with a diffuser, but it gets diffused with the water and the mist and stuff like that. I like doing the ring because it's straight up the oil, like just going into the air. Oh, ATL Capricorn, you gotta go. You gotta go, bruh. Did you block him?
I don't think I have the block power.
Oh, because I'm not logged in.
Right.
Well, we made it through that far before we got a knucklehead. But,
One more question.
my necklace says my name in Arabic. It's one of my favorite souvenirs. I got it in Dubai. If y'all want to hear the story, it's really funny. My cousin lived in Dubai at the time, and I went over to visit him. And this was like 2005. The day before I was leaving, I hadn't been there almost 2 weeks. The day before we leave, and he like, oh, I'm gonna take you to go get your necklace. We go into the gold souk. And it's like these markets, and it's just like door to door to door, just gold merchants. We go into the souk, and they're like, what's your name? I paid them my money, and they were like, come pick it up tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. So on our way to the airport, for me to come back to the United States, I go to the gold souk. I pick up my nameplate. They size it. They put the chain out. They upgraded my chain. It's the same chain I got with it. This is from 05, so this is kind of old. They sized it, and they put it on me. And I'm excited. It's gorgeous. It's whatever. And then I get to the airport, and I'm alone. And I'm like, I don't know Arabic. This could say anything. could say stupid American, you dumb. It could say all kinds of stuff. I'm like, how did they make it that quick? I had so many questions. I get back to the United States the next weekend. I go to Miami and I'm in line, standing in line to go into a club. And a guy says, Mariah, and he's reading my necklace. And I literally start screaming. I give him a big hug because he didn't say anything crazy. And I was like, yes, you my dude, because you know how to read Arabic and my necklace really says my name. So that's my story behind my necklace. I stopped wearing it briefly during 9/11 because I was ignorant. And I thought that it would mean that people would misgauge or misjudge me because it's Arabic. But the truth of the matter is, Arabic is a language. It's not a religious belief. And once I kind of re-educated myself on that, I started wearing it. And now I don't take it off. And it's just kind of a signature piece for me. And then my cross is a teeny tiny treasure. And it's made by a jewelry designer called Roberto Coin. I would love to get a necklace in Swahili. You gonna hook me up, Crystal? Thank you. The cool thing about the Roberto Coin Tiny Treasures is they come, can you see the little tiny ruby? That's his, oh, you can? Oh, I was being brat about it too. That would be awesome, Crystal. That would be so cool. I would love to have something like that. I have one that's made with, I don't want to say hieroglyphics because the people in Mexico didn't use hieroglyphics. I can't remember the proper term, but I had one that hung long, vertical. But it's silver, and I don't even know if I have it anymore. But I'm a yellow gold, 24 karat, 18 karat gold person, so that's why I wear these. Yeah, my braid looking janky. Y'all braid ain't gonna look janky though, because you're gonna have a mirror and you're not gonna be doing it in the phone with a ring light burning your eyeballs out. It looked like I got a head full of braid in here in my head. Oh, thank you. If you catch the recap of this video, I show you how to do this braid as a hack, even if you don't know how to braid. I like hanging out with y'all too. Y'all want me to cook with y'all? I make some fire greens. Who want to cook on Wednesday? Don't all? Yes. Okay. There's a spider in your hair. Oh, great. Thank you. Cook. Yes, I do. Perfect. I'll come back on Wednesday. Okay. I'll announce on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's the Maria Antoinette. At the Maria Antoinette, and I will announce in my IG stories that I'll be on here cooking with y'all on Wednesday, because I got my mama and I got my husband mama in town, and they from Mississippi. Beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, cats. And we be cooking, honey. I know I'm tiny, but I can cook. I put my whole foot down to the knee, thigh, all of it be up in the food. I'm a great cooker. Yes, you name it. All right, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure you check out my digital show with HGTV over at Clash of the Crafters on Facebook. I will put a link down below.
Stop.
Also, make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, and they're both under the Maria Antoinette. Different content for both of those. I know. I put out different content everywhere. If you did not know, I also have a blog called themariaantoinette.com. YouTube was the only thing I couldn't get with the Maria Antoinette. I don't know why. So that's it, guys. It's been amazing. Thank you all who have chimed in. I hope I was able to answer as many of your questions. You can always email me. I'll do my best to respond. Pictures are helpful if you have hair questions, because it's hard, because you might describe things a certain way and I might describe them a certain way. So being able to see what the issues are, and if I can't help you, I would definitely tell you to go see a doctor, because I'm not a doctor. And I appreciate each and every one of you for spending time with me today. And make sure you're subscribed. And oh, thank you, Reese. She's so sweet. She is like, I feel like I talk to her every day on Instagram. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. I should have had my hair already blowed out, and this would have been like an hour-long video. So I apologize to y'all for that. But happy Thanksgiving. And I see you, Coco, next time, please. Oh, Coco? She's right here. Come here, Coco. Come here. Come here. Come here. Want a treat? Want a treat? Come here. Sit. Sit. Girl, everybody wants to see you. That's Coco. She was asleep. She like, where my treat at? You say hi. This is Coco, guys. Oh, y'all want to see Garrison? Garrison? And then we gonna be out. Come on, Hubs. Y'all both can come in.
Come on.
I'm gonna bring everybody in.
You like the headphones?
Mommy? Are those mommy's or yours? If y'all follow me on Instagram, you know that my son is in love with some bow ties and suspenders. He's got on a t-shirt now. My bro holds his dog like a baby too. So funny to me. They are babies. Thanks, babe. Coco, you want to come back?
Everybody wants to say hi.
This is my family. You're not part of the family? Oh, thank you, Reese. Yes, my birthday is Wednesday. Why are you being mean to her? Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Don't.
Take it over, boy.
No. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye.
Y'all want to see him cry? Hey, it's time to go to bed, bro.
Bye, boy. Thank you, guys. I'm signing out. Oh, yes. The Hubs just had his first powerlifting meet, and he won first in his division. It was his first meet, so we're super proud about that. These are all things you can see over on my Instagram stories. I share so much of my life over there. So good night. Love you all. Thank you all for all of your support and encouraging words. I would not do any of this if it were not for you guys. So.
She's about to get this work, y'all.